Hello, Reelar here for my first ever movie review, and it's for TRON Legacy. I saw it last night and thought to myself, so they made this for the fans, and how many are actually going to like it that actually saw the first film, like I have? I'd say it's pretty 50-50 average. There are those who like change and don't like the change. I'm actually one of those people who did not like the change. That's not to say I didn't like the film in its entirety. It's just something about it just did not appeal to a person who liked the original film as much as I did. Trying very hard to not make this a rant. I think this will probably be my first rant or vlog of this nature, like ever. Now, let me tell you the things about the film I liked. Before we get into this, I do not want to address Daft Punk in really any sort of way, because after seeing the film, I kind of felt Daft Punk as a little too overrated. My opinion. But yeah, the best things about the film. I love that they actually did have some throwbacks to the original film. For example, in the very beginning, Flynn hummed a few notes of the last song in the first movie. Da 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 dum. Same exact tune. Also, the fact they had basically where Sam was living was Dumont. Sound familiar?
Once in a while.
Dumont? My user has information that could make this free system again. No, really. Well, you'd have programs lined up just to use this place. And no MCP looking over your shoulder.
And I also like the fact, and this is, like, weird, but the fact that they add Eurythmics, Sweet Dreams Are Made of These, that was a great addition. I loved it. And actually, one part about the digital world that I was very happy with was actually the light cycles. Actually, I did like how they worked, and it's a welcome upgrade to what was already awesome. And now, let's get into what I didn't like. From the very beginning, even from production photos and seeing concept art, the one thing that really bugged me was the design of the suits. If you even recall, even the particular design they went for the very first film, the fact is that in TRON Legacy, all the suits do is glow. They don't have any real biology to them whatsoever, and it really bugged me. And if anyone remembers, the backlighting, the Codolith, gave an essence to the light, the backlighting of the suits, to the point that they even lit up brighter when someone was angry.
Take that program to the holding pit!
Or was obtaining energy. You don't have that in Legacy. I'm sorry. There is... And it kind of cheapened it. There's one thing I didn't like about the suits also. They were very minimalist. You gotta admit, the original movies' suit designs were excellent. They were iconic, but they also had character to them as well. I cannot accept bikers in the computer world. I just, no. Absolutely no. Furthermore, I hate the way they de-res in Legacy. It's like every single program is made of glass. And it just... No! Absolutely not! I won't have it! Take a look from this clip from the first film and compare to the second, and you tell me which one is a lot better. See what I mean? It's a lot more iconic. It's a lot more memorable. And the fact that they de-res without really any sort of defining sound effect is really annoying. I mean, even TRON 2.0 has the decency to retain that classic sound from the first film. They didn't even dare to in the second. They didn't even dare. Ugh. Another thing. Even though I absolutely adored the first bit of the real world scenes, very well done, they mentioned Edward Dillinger. And they did not, repeat, did not expand on it. I really have no idea if David Warner is alive today, but seriously, they could have had some sort of flashback or some sort of person to connect to Ed Dillinger. Because, honestly, the villain they had in TRON Legacy was very poor. And not enough of Wendy Carlos's original score survives. Except in the very beginning with that little hum. That's it. Another thing I didn't like. Okay, the film is called TRON Legacy. You want to know where Tron happened to Tron? That's him! Clue happened to him. That's all we really see of him. We see him in a cutscene at the very end of the film, falling into water. Thank you. That was kind of an insult. You call this TRON Legacy, and that's all we see of him? Dumb. The reason why I thought Daft Punk cheapened the film is because everyone, practically a ton of people, are seeing the film just because of that group. And not because of the first film. That makes me really disappointed. Disappointed in the culture. And if this age is about going back to the nostalgia of things, for example, Transformers, even Smurfs coming up next year, and now Yogi Bear coming out the same day as TRON Legacy. Crazy. But seriously, do you guys even know how to do a good throwback? Yeah, Star Trek was a good throwback. I absolutely adored that film. But TRON Legacy disappointed me to the core. So when it comes to TRON Legacy, being a fan of the original film, I would honestly give it a 3.5 out of 5. Thanks for your time. Some of you might not like this video. I hope you like the rest of the videos on my channel.
End of line.